Hello everyone. This video will be slightly different. This video is not about any specific feature, but about, and we start with little errata. So there is a full manual for 7300. And by saying full, I really mean full. It is apparently on a CD. Yes, I didn't find it, I didn't see it on a CD because I don't have a CD drive anymore in any of my machines. So I couldn't get it. I found it eventually on ICOM's website, and the file name literally says IC-7300 ENG CD1, and that's a PDF file, quite hefty. It's a proper documentation in full color as well. So this video will be about the highlights of features I found actually explained in the documentation, and this is one of the reasons why it's really worth to see the full documentation, not just the basic manual that is actually printed and put in the box. Okay, so I've mentioned earlier on I didn't use, when I was configuring the audio outputs, I didn't use the IF output. So just to show you what I'm talking about, if we go to set, if we go to, let's hope the brightness, okay, connectors, and right there, the first option, ACC USB output select IF. So the options are either IF, AF or IF. What's the difference? So with AF you have audio signal, a normal audio signal what you can hear, which would be used for most of the digital modes. IF is useful for something slightly different. So IF, according to documentation, the full manual, it will send full 12 kilohertz down to your PC. And I played a bit with the settings, and I got skimmer running right here, and it's picking, as you can see, from, well, that's where my screen ends, pretty much, 10K. But it is decoding, and in the settings, I had to play a bit with the settings, and in the settings, I've set the radio to soft rock IF. Left the defaults, and because I'm getting 12 kilohertz, I've just set this one to 6 kilohertz. So it's roughly in the middle, and this is basically what gives me the best results as it is. It is decoding, so that feature is okay. So that's one of the features I found from within the manual. Right, next feature, which is also a bit of a highlight, is actually going back to, let's change to the normal settings which I normally use for AF. And let's lower this one down. I increase this one to actually improve the decode. So that's my for audio signal. Right, so we are right here. Let's find something on RTTY. We are +5. I want to see +10, +25. Yeah, that's more like it. There are some digimodes. This one seems stronger. Let's go RTTY. Let's go, where's the, oh, I'm in a data mode, I'm sorry. Let's go RTTY, yes. That's, okay. There is RTTY signal. Decode, and as you can, let's slightly move it to the right, turn the knob to the right to align it. Yeah, and it's okay. It is decoding. Now let's clear the screen, hold it. Yeah, and now we get the garbage, right? So I said earlier there is no way to actually adjust it. Yes, there is. Read the friendly manual. Right, second screen. Adjust, and we turn the dial to adjust the threshold up. It goes up to 15. Yeah, let's adjust, go there, and it's clear. So it does work, it is there. I just didn't know about it, just missed the screen, so my bad, apologies for that. Right, Another feature, which is very, very useful, of course, for any contesters, and not only. Apologies for the focus. Right, so let's leave this one for a second. Let's go back to the SSB mode, right, and exit the decoder. Voice keyer. In voice keyer, of course, well, you can't see the labels, but basically, if you record your callouts, be it on CW, you set your CW memories, or you set the SSB keyer, you record what you want to transmit, and you press it for 1 second. There is an option. You press it for 1 second. The radio will repeat the call out in the time set right here. So we go settings, repeat time, and that's so. The first option is auto monitor. You can't see that right now. Oh, now it gets better. And repeat time, so you can adjust how often it will actually start repeating. For CW mode, there is also an option, and for RTTY as well, to actually program it, so it will log to a file on an SD card, but it will also increase the serial number, so you could potentially run a contest in a lazy mode. Yes, that's doable. So I'm leaving this one currently as it is, because I'm not using that. Right, and last but not least for this moment, if we go back to settings, so the radio has a built-in antenna tuner, as you know, right? I'm not using this one because I'm using end-fed random wire with an external antenna tuner, so I'm not using this one. But if we go, it's not actually here, if we go on the set, we go to function, others, and there is an option called emergency. And that lets you enable antenna tuner in an emergency mode, which means normally, according to the documentation, the antenna tuner will let you transmit if the SWR is 3:1 or lower. Now, if you enable emergency mode, it will cut down the power to 50 watts. So you do this, expands matching ratio, a ratio for emergency is 50 watts, danger, well, don't get close. Fair enough. But this is a mode which lets you match way worse antenna that you would normally have and use with the antenna tuner and use in emergency. So very good to see that. I'm very happy to see this one. And finally, one very, very useful thing in the documentation. Towards the end of the documentation of the PDF file, there is a full list of the CAT commands, literally in the protocol. The whole protocol is specified how to communicate with the radio. So if you feel like writing a piece of software yourself, one of the features I would like, for example, in the applications especially used for the digital modes, is to be able to change the RF power, which none of the applications can do strictly from the applications. But hey, now I can actually write my own commands to the radio and I will be able to change the RF power, for example, for tuning my antenna tuner. So change the band, increase power, press tune, which some of the applications do, turn it off, lower the power, off you go. So that's my plan. I didn't play with that yet. Yeah, it's worth reading the full manual, definitely. And on another note, the final note now, I've just seen today that hamlib, the library used in some applications for controlling the radio, that hamlib had 3 days ago, had a piece of code pushed to the repository that adds support for 7300. So at the moment, OmniRig supports 7300, DXLab supports 7300, hamlib library was lagging behind a bit. Now there is a patch, so if you want to compile it yourself, go ahead. It's on, I believe, on GitHub. If you are not keen on compiling yourself, you will have to wait till the next build comes out, and hopefully it will include 7300. But that's a good sign. Obviously, something very, very useful, something that many of us are looking forward. Right, that's it. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this one. Thank you very much for your emails and comments. I really appreciate those. If you have any special requests, let me know. As I said, I'm not an expert, I'm just sharing my experiences. Yeah, and love it so far. Take care, guys, and hope to hear you on the air. Bye bye.